Five, four, three, two, one. You're live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sisters for the Soul. My name is Echo Bodine, and I am one of the sisters that come to you every other Thursday night here on BTB and TV. Uh-oh, my producer's going to yell at me.
TV
Um,
and
say it again. It's what?
Blame it on Mercury.
Here we are. It's the three sisters. And yes, it is still Mercury retrograde. And so let's hope we get through tonight's show. A couple weeks ago, we had weather problems, didn't we?
yeah,
Yeah. And is that why we can't see our beautiful Dara tonight? Because
Mercury.
Oh,
Mercury's
me
just-
no Mercury.
yeah, we're
Okay.
blaming everything on Mercury retrograde. Now next week, though, I just had my roots done, so I get to blame it on the peroxitis.
okay, all right, we'll do that. Well, before we dive into everything that we're doing tonight, I'd like to introduce my two sisters. We have a psychic medium, Morgana Starr, and we also have the beautifully gifted medium and numerologist, Ms. Dara Kirkland. Is it Mrs. or Ms.?
Depends on
Mrs.
Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Dara Kirkland. And we are here tonight. Oh my gosh, we have so much fun. Let me tell you what we do here. The first half an hour of our show, we talk about current events and what we think about going on in the world from a psychic's perspective. And the second half an hour, we have always a wonderful guest. And the third half an hour, we do free readings for people that call in. And if you look up at the top of your screen, you'll see the number that you can call when we get to that portion of the show. So I'm going to turn it over to one of my sisters right now. Morgana seems to be good about current events. So I'm going to turn it over to her and see where she wants to go tonight.
Yeah, but it's Mercury retrograde.
Where do you want to go, sister?
You know what? I've just really had my head in the hole with Mercury retrograde. This interesting. I do want to talk about this. I have something I want to talk about.
Okay.
Current events, but Mercury retrograde is when the planet Mercury is actually going backwards, i.e., the retrograde. Mercury works on communications.
Yep.
Now, the interesting thing I found this Mercury is not only does it interfere with computers, phones, people losing emails and communications, like I said your hair looks pretty, Echo, and you think I said your hair looks dirty,
Right. Yeah.
overemphasize communicating things.
Right.
But it's also been about dropping some old stuff and care, self-care. I have taken more naps this Mercury retrograde than I have any of them.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm just, I could feel Mercury starting to let up because I'm starting to come back, so to speak.
Okay.
But I found during this time, I saved all of my energy for my clients because I didn't have anything else left over. I want to give you an example. One of my clients got a hold of me, and she had a house she wanted to sell. Now, Mercury retrograde, they say don't sign contracts or do any legal things during that time. And we got echoes. Okay. So anyway,
Speaking of communication, yes.
I told her that what I saw was that she needed to get rid of the house because it was something that was heavy and weighing her down. And that's what part of this particular Mercury was. She got back with me and told me the house has been like a noose around her neck for the last 3 years. It's her mom's house, and it was time to let go. Now, what's cool about that is when she lets go of that energy, there's going to be huge doors open for her. So we're really being presented with some hard stuff this Mercury for people. What'd you find, Dara?
It's really hard for me to hear because it sounds like a lot of static is in the phone. But
Okay.
Can you repeat your question?
Just what's been your experience or experience of some of your friends and clients during Mercury retrograde?
Oh my God. Mercury Retro has been tearing me and clients up. There's been emails sent to me that have been going to my junk mail that usually never do that. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. I'm sorry. We're nodding our heads like you can hear us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard something get really loud, so now it's quiet. But
Okay.
and just like right now, you're talking to me on the phone instead of being able to see me,
Right.
and the internet is fixed, but
Right.
it will not come.
Well, and I had two phone calls because I do like 3/4 of my business via Skype and the phone, and I'll even use my internet Skype phone for my phone readings. And I must have had to hang up 3 times in 1 hour call, and it was it was weird because my computer went off the internet, but the others in the house didn't go off.
Oh, really?
But we were surging for energy because my readings consist of bringing in the angel, bringing in the now, and Metatron. Oh my gosh, he's just like, look at me this last few couple weeks. He's been coming through. I've been channeling him through for my clients a lot lately. They want to work, he wants to work with them, and here's what they're supposed to do, and do. It's been really cool. But then when that energy comes in and surging between the Nels and the other archangels, the computer goes, okay, I'm done.
Oh.
But fortunately, everybody's understanding.
What?
Say again?
I said everybody's understanding. What were you saying, Dara?
I was saying that I've noticed on Facebook too that a lot of people have been saying, oh my God, it's Mercury in retro. So I think it's affecting light workers alike and just everyday people.
I'll tell you what, for me though, I went into this Mercury knowing I am going to flow with it. And it's really, for me personally, it's been a really good experience.
Good.
Because like I said, I've taken lots of naps. I've not pushed anything. I've just done the next task. I haven't been freaking out. It's been really, and guess what? My book came in.
Wow. Good
See,
fun.
I got yours mailed, Dara. I'm sending yours tomorrow, Echo.
Okay, all right, great.
So you can go to my website to get copies of this.
Okay, congratulations.
Awesome.
I'm excited. I'm excited because of the message in it. There's a strong message of empowerment, and it's channeled information, guys. This isn't just a story made up. I channeled it as it was written, and it's about angels being shapeshifters and here to change the misconceptions that people have. I mean,
So is it not necessarily fiction?
What?
So is it not necessarily fiction?
In my world, it's not. But in my world, ghosts and such like that aren't fiction either.
You're right. That's in my world, your world, and Echo's world. Yeah. So yeah, it's not.
Yeah, there's truth that runs throughout, and the one thing that I love about working with this angel is, and when I teach people, the first thing I tell my students is, listen to what I'm saying, find what works for you, and throw the rest away. Because that's all about free will and finding what works. So it's the same thing with this book. There's part of this book that's really going to speak to you, and you're going to go, oh, that makes sense. And some of it you're going to go, well, that's just crazy. Well, that's all right. I'm the crazy angel lady, so that's all right.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I think it's important too, Morgana, that like when you announce it on Facebook, that people understand too that it is channeled information. It's not something that you just made up out of your head.
Right.
Yeah. I think most of the people that know me, that follow me on Facebook, that know that. Now some new people coming in may not.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. A lot of my pirate people want to, my pirate friends want to get this book because Freya, the model on there, she's wearing my armor actually, but she's a beautiful young lady and very warrior spirit, by the way, is the model, and she's done a lot of pirate events as well. So it's going to open the minds of a lot of people.
Good.
That's what it's about. But I really believe that the message in this Mercury has been, how much longer do you want your life to be hard?
Oh, say more.
What is making your life hard?
Okay.
Do you want to keep doing it?
Yeah.
I had an experience today. This was my mellow day. I went and got my hair done, did the diva thing, my nails, And this lady comes into the nail shop and she's like, oh, ugh, just like trying to ruin my mellow, snapping at the guy saying, I need my nails done now. My daughter's in labor. She could have a baby anytime. And they got her calmed down, and I said something to her as I was getting ready to leave. I said, well, I'm real sorry about that. She goes, well, I'm just stressed because my daughter's in labor, and we're supposed to have this shower on Monday, and I told her not to have it so soon, her baby shower.
Oh my God.
I said, I think your daughter will be okay. She goes, oh yeah, she's a nurse. She'll be okay. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, honey, you love
Wow.
Wow.
So
Wow.
her drama was intensified, but she was the type of person that wanted to go create drama. And she was making my nail tech so nervous, I had to say, just breathe, honey, it's okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
people need to look at what's not serving you. And good for you if you dumped it this last 3 weeks.
You know, I had an interesting situation with a client this week. She hates her job. She wants a new job. She doesn't want to do the same old thing over and over and over. And so they gave her some guidance as to what to do. And it was so interesting because she's like, well, yeah, but, you know, but I'm afraid. And it's like, okay, are you going to stay stuck in that fear, or are you going to move forward? And that's one thing I'm seeing. The universe is really pushing people right now. And a lot of people are really like, they got their feet dug into the ground and they're going, whoa, whoa, whoa. So it's like, on the one hand, people are saying that what they think they want. So the universe comes along and says, okay, here, let me open this door for you. And they're like, no, not so fast. Yeah, not so
But right now it's happening fast. And I love the way you said that, Echo, because I had an experience, and it was just as Mercury was going into retrograde. Well, we'd been preparing for a while. We had a pirate event nearby, and my boyfriend's great about dressing me and my girlfriend up in certain outfits. Well, this time I was going as Harlequin, which was the Joker's girlfriend. Well, that's not pirate, but she was dressed like a pirate. And you on my Facebook page, you saw my crazy pictures. But what happened was, right before we got out of the car, I said, you do know you're stretching me out of my comfort zone, Tim. Because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to go to this pirate event and I'm dressed up like a cosplayer, even though I've got the pirate stuff on, and they're going to be mad at me or something. And he goes, yes. His answer is, yes, I know I did. Now you go in there and you own it.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
I'm going to go own this thing. So for us, we all stretch too.
Yeah.
And when we stretch, even in things that we do that are fun, which I believe is an exercise of the angels, going out and having a good time, we are stretching so that we can do more and help more people.
I agree.
Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly.
There's a lot of resistance though, which is really sad, because you want, I mean, at least for me, when I'm doing a reading for somebody and they're really unhappy, and then they get some good suggestions. The guides have been really cool lately about helping people see how they can open doors, but people are just really afraid of change. And I know it's hard, believe me, but I just want to, it's like I just want to take them by the hand and take them to a safe place and say, okay, there, now, just be happy, let life bring you goodness, and you can't do that. You can't.
Well, but you've not always been the way you are, Echo, and I know Dara hasn't either.
Right?
No way.
What, were you guys shy when you were younger?
Mm-hmm. I was.
I was painfully shy.
I think I'm still a little bit shy. What do you guys think?
Yes, you are.
You are, honey.
We're gonna pull you out of that. But you're doing. You're moving forward. So, yeah, I was so shy. I'd hardly talk to anybody, and I was forced into a situation being a single mom with 2 kids and had to support them. So I had to learn to get out of my own way, and it was through a lot of pain and heartache that I would do the rebirth and then the rebirth and the rebirth over and over again. And I don't recommend that path to anybody. If you can learn from me, please, because and then when you read Angel's Legacy, the first part of the story, those of you that know me, you'll be like, oh, I think I'm reading her story.
Okay.
So there's a lot in that. So good news happened in the world today. Did you guys see my state that I came from, Indiana, finally woke up and they legalized gay marriage?
Oh, they did.
Yes, they
Very
did.
good.
And I want to give a shout out to my friends Joel and Michael that ran to the courthouse and got married right away.
Good.
Woohoo!
Been together
Congrats.
for years, so it's like, yay, guys.
Good.
Lots of celebrating that people aren't stuck in that.
Yep.
Whatever it is.
Very good. I'm glad. See, so there's lots of good change going on too. It just seems, I mean, I think just because of doing so many readings, you see all the stuckness going on and all the fear. But there is a lot of good that's going on.
And I think all we can do in that is to continue to give hope and show that changes can happen. And sometimes people have to take baby steps.
Yeah. You're right.
But angels really, that's the powerful message of angels is let go of your belief systems. Mm-hmm. They're holding you back. Right. And so this is one thing with the gay marriage. People's belief system has to be one man, one woman. They're letting go of that. Now,
yeah, I was on a TV show where a couple got married in, I think it was Hawaii. So it's like TV's welcoming it. The states are now opening up to it. I want these southern states to now do it. I think it would be wonderful.
So do you think they'll legalize mine in my lifetime?
Say what?
Do you think they will legalize my relationship in my lifetime? I'm waiting.
You know what?
For a response.
Let's manifest it.
Huh?
Let's manifest it. We can make that happen.
That's going to take a lot of stretching because I'm in a triad. I'm high maintenance. I need a boyfriend and a girlfriend. So that's very old. That's very ancient ways of being and being in a unity together that is much stronger with three people together united.
Okay.
So,
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That might not happen till your next life.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll help people's minds stretch a little bit.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That might take a little while. Yeah.
What they have to do is go back in time instead. Mm-hmm. Back to Minoan times. Actually, my pirate friend, Captain Red, was telling me that back in pirate times, they used to have two men and a woman. So if the man died, there was still someone, I guess, to support or whatever. So I have friends in Ireland in triads and a lot of pagan. Well, we've had a couple guests on our shows that have been in triads.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's as committed and monogamous as any other relationship.
Okay.
But you know what, Morgana? Just think about it. Many years ago, you wouldn't have even said that on the show. So it's obvious that there's growth going forth. So I'm glad of it. So I'm proud. I'm glad to say it.
Right.
I'm proud to say it.
Yeah. People are learning, growing.
What'd you say, Dara?
I said, of course, people knew about it, but they wouldn't say it out in public. And you can freely say that now without, someone trying to burn you or something. Right. Or think something's wrong with you.
Yeah, just like a different religion and stuff like that. I did see there was something that happened today about, or recently, about the ban on picketing at a certain distance from abortion clinics.
I heard about that. Yeah, that's very good, right? I mean, I just heard like this much of it, so I don't even...
They took the ban away. That's what I understood. So they used to only be able to get 35 feet to the center.
Yeah.
And they took that away so they can get up closer.
Oh, no, that's not good at all.
No.
And
but they feel like it's good because they can counsel the women more. But, by the time somebody goes in there, they know what they're doing. And they don't need to be accosted. And
no, they don't. It's the last thing.
Yeah.
I know.
I
I don't think it's right for other people to tell a woman what she can do with her body. I don't know where we even got that thought to begin with, that it's okay for everybody out there to say what's okay for us. I don't get that.
You don't know? Come on, Echo.
I don't know.
Where did we get that idea?
I think it had to come back in maybe some biblical days or something. I don't know.
Bingo. Yeah, and it's sad because that's not what it was meant to be.
Right.
But
Come
they did change the from the female religion of the day was changed into the patriarchal society, and they put women down. That's why they equated her with the snake and all that stuff. Have you guys read the book When God Was a Woman?
No.
Highly recommend the book. Merlin Stone, When God Was a Woman. Great book. It goes back to the historical reason the Bible was written the way it was and why it was translated into the way that it was.
Okay.
You know, it's something I really believe our society had to go through.
Yeah.
Because we go through changes and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
Absolutely, definitely.
This is where we come. This is where we come to learn it all. So,
Yeah, it's part of
changing.
Oh, that's funny. One of my friends was messaging me today, and we're talking about lessons during Mercury retrograde. She goes, "Can we come up with another word?" I said, "How about interesting experiences?" So we've had lots of interesting experiences throughout society to learn how to get along, how not to get along, and you know, the whole biblical thing was in here for our interesting experiences.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, back to Mercury for a second. To me, this one's been one of the hardest ones I think I've ever gone through. Why? I wonder.
The veil's getting so thin between the worlds. Time speeding up. We gotta get our house cleaned up.
Yeah.
We need to get ourselves in order. Mercury retrograde is there for us to have a little vacation, for us to sit back and to relax. But guess what? Control freaks, not that I am one, like to push ahead and go, yeah, but I want to do it now. I want to do it now. Well, sometimes you're not supposed to do it now.
I agree.
And so the universe sits Mercury retrograde there, and it's like, look, we gave them this wonderful vacation. Why are they having meltdowns?
Right. Yeah. Well, it's because of travel and oh my God, what else? Just the whole communication thing.
But it's how we respond to it that matters. I put this on my page the other day. I remember in Africa we were 300 miles from the nearest town, and we would drive in. It'd take us all day to get into town, and sometimes get a flat tire. Well, Dad always had everything there, and we're talking in the sands in the wilds of Africa with a flat tire, 3 kids and his wife there. And he always taught us it's either an adventure or an inconvenience. It's how you look at it.
Okay, that's really good.
And I still remember the little picnics we would have at those times, and then driving into Bulawayo, which is now Harare, and seeing the lights, because we'd always get in by nightfall, and I'd hear him say, "There she blows."
Oh, okay.
So it's like he made everything fun.
Good.
We could have been miserable, but we could have fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's the same thing with traveling, and it's like, okay, we got delayed. Oh, so now I got more time to meditate.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know?
True.
But this one, I'm sorry, ladies. In my world, this one's been one heck of an inconvenience. Okay.
It is. It is. I agree. I think it's
Oh.
one tough, and it's one that most people people know something's wrong. They're like, my phone's not acting right. What is going on here? And
Right.
I'm like, Mercury's retrograde.
Yep.
Mercury who?
It gives a great opportunity to teach and open the door to spiritual things with people, though, that don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, it's like
Want to know what that is?
Yeah. And then they could say, well, how do you know that? Well, I'm a psychic medium. I talk to dead people. You know, that's no big deal.
No big deal.
It is what it is.
You know what?
Good. Now we're having a thunderstorm over here.
Are you right now?
Yeah, I just heard the thunder.
Oh,
Is that sound that I hear? It's like the horrible sound of.
No, that's not. No, I don't know what you're hearing.
yeah, we're getting one. We'll probably get one sometime after the show, so I'm glad it'll be after the show. But it's starting to darken up out there.
Obama's in your area, Echo.
Say what? Yes, yes. President Obama. I live right by Lake Harriet, and he's going to be there in the morning, which is just so. It's so sweet. The two places that he's gone today and tomorrow, real fun public places. You know that. There's a hamburger joint in town where you can go get a Juicy Lucy, and he just, it was one of those stops that he makes along the way that nobody knows.
We so need
to
have him on the show. We should have tracked him down. And
that's right, girl. Didn't think about it. But I just think it's fun. It's always fun. I remember when, oh, God, what was his name? The head of the Russian, Gorbachev. I remember when he came to town. It was such a big deal. Everybody was so excited. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Cool. But you know what?
Hey, yeah, we're getting close to time for our guest. I want to tell you, we are having Lynn Andrews.
Wow. How did you book Lynn Andrews? How did you happen to snare such a good lady?
I'm just lucky. The angel said, do this. And see, if Obama would have been here, I would have had him on our show.
That's right. Yes.
Yes. That would have been awesome.
Lynn Andrews, for me, just opened so many doors many, many years ago. And I remember reading her book, Medicine Woman. She's just such a beautiful spirit. I just love her energy. She's supposed to call in. She got to wherever she was. Bless her heart, she didn't have any internet connection, and she didn't know how she would do the show. So I said, well, you opt to call in. So she's going to be calling in here in just a few minutes, and we'll get a chance to chat with her. And I'm just like awestruck.
Oh.
So,
so nice.
People don't realize sometimes, and Echo, you've written books that have been out to millions of people, and I know you had no idea how many lives you've touched and gotten them on a path when they were maybe a little bit wobbly. So that's just a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, Echo, you definitely helped pave the way for the rest of us, and
thank you, honey. Yes, just an old pilgrim. That's me.
Well, someday you might look the part because you sure look like a hot chick.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Echo is one hot sister.
I know.
Yeah, that's me, ladies. That's me. One hot mama. One hot grandma. Yeah. Oh, God. All right, so she's going to call in any minute, right?
Yeah, she'll be calling in, and I need to check my emails and make sure everything's okay.
Yeah,
but yeah. So what's everyone doing on the 4th? We can talk about that for a moment.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even thought about it.
Well, my mom's coming up, and my cousin's coming to my house, and we're gonna cook out on the grill and go to the lake and have some good old country fun.
There you go. Well, we're trying to decide whether to have a pirate party in the town nearby or go to a pirate ship and a pirate island and have a pirate party.
Okay, that sounds like more fun than I'm having. I think I'm dumping Mama coming to this pirate party y'all are having.
You gotta move to Florida. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's next. What? Thursday?
Friday.
1, 2, 3. Oh, Friday. Oh, so everybody's gonna have a nice long weekend. That'll be great.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
Well, I decided to have a I need a weekend. So I'm going to have one this weekend.
Okay.
But I worked last weekend, and I think, I forget that, and I'm hard on myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why am I so tired on Monday?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I worked all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know how that goes in the psychic world, so.
I know. Very
Hey,
tiring.
you know what? Let me tell you something about the Mercury retro. Morgana, do you remember me mentioning to you when it first started that I just couldn't get enough sleep? I was sleep. Now I can't sleep. I need it to make up its mind.
Well, I think we're coming out of it, and if you were sleeping, you were honoring that time, so you were getting that rest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a better way for me to look at it.
Yeah. Oh boy, I tell you, I don't know. I'd be so glad when this one moves forward. My Tuesday afternoon, I have a Tuesday afternoon psychic development class. We decided to have a goodbye Mercury potluck on Tuesday to celebrate.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw the picture of all that food.
Yeah, that was a different. That class just graduated the other night, so we had a potluck for that, and now a different class. This is the noon class. We're gonna have a big potluck. It'll be fun, just to celebrate that Mercury is finally moving forward. My gosh. And I don't
Thanks,
even.
Mercury, for coming, but we're ready for you to go.
That's right.
Well,
That's right.
I have one of my clients went through a release during Mercury, and again, if there's stuff we still have a little bit of it, so make use of it. Where she was letting go of a relationship, and one thing that I teach my clients is to write down, write a letter to that person you want to say goodbye to, and you everything you want to say to that person. But try to end it by saying, thank you. I learned to be strong because you were so mean, or something like that. And then have a picture of them, rip that up, rip the picture up, and bury it somewhere.
Okay.
It is very freeing.
Yep,
Very freeing. Much more than you realize as you're coming, especially, I have a lot of people that come to me and they've been in narcissistic relationships, and understanding that there was nothing wrong with them is a big part of it, because it's usually because everything's right with them that a narcissist is attracted to you. And
oh, that makes perfect sense, Morgana. Repeat that one, because other people, I know there are people out here that need to hear it, because
a narcissistic personality is somebody that will feed off of the energy of another to lift themselves up. That's a shortened version. And they get you thinking that you're crazy. And so they're attracted to your light, not because there's anything wrong with you, but because everything is right with you. And then they start feeding off, and they siphon it off until almost the life is gone from you, and they'll control you. So in other words, well, you're too stupid to find anybody else but me.
Ugh.
You know, not pretty enough, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, read Angel's Legacy.
I can't wait.
But yeah, breaking free from that when you are a free spirit, especially like all of us. I mean, I like to dance in the house. I like to sing. I like to do my thing. And I don't want someone making fun of me, telling them I'm a crazy possessed person.
Right.
Even if I am, I'm having fun with my possession. Leave me alone.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So, all right, what else happened in the news this week? Because that's usually what we do. We talk about the news. What's going on?
Yeah. Let me see. We had, oh gosh, there was something I read and I forget now.
Well, you know, the whole Iraq thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Oh yeah, with some troops going down, but it's like it's a special forces this time, so it's not like it's going to be like an all-out war. At least I hope not.
Yeah, right. Didn't they say it was Green Beret? I think that's what they said on TV, that they were 300 Green Beret. I don't know.
Yeah, the whole thing about that and the war, and it's all a political thing, you know. And it's sad because people are getting hurt. What I hate the most about that is when I see the veterans come home and they can't get the care they need. They're not getting the pay they deserve.
Right.
There'll be other high-paying officials that are not in the Army that will be given so so much incredible amounts of money, not to mention what we pay our sports players.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but what happens, you know, somebody has put their life on the line. Whether we believe it's justified for us to be over there or not, they're still over there doing what we can to help America.
That's right.
And we're like, oh, you know, we'll give you $1,000 a month to live on, and you know, you only can go to get this much of health care.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and it's no way to honor our veterans.
I agree. I agree.
Well, something we disagree on so we can argue.
Oh, gee. Let's see. What can we argue about tonight?
I have a random thought.
Okay.
This has come to me, and there have been studies. I've seen the studies before, where they say that like shaman and ancient people got their psychic ability partially through the length of their hair, because pick up, it's like an antenna, and so the guys with the beards and stuff and the long hair, and if they got their hair cut short, they lost their ability.
Okay, I've heard that too. Where did I hear that?
Yeah, I definitely heard that. And matter of fact, I was just talking about that with my daughter the other day, because she was doing a drawing for an individual, and this person was like a Native American, and she was wondering that couldn't be hair because it's shorter. And I'm like, sure, someone cut it off, and I guess now it shrinks this time. And she looked at me like I was crazy, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. No, where did we see that? There was some movie that was in, where they cut off his hair and they
Wow.
That was Samson and Delilah.
No, it was something else. God, I just saw it in a movie. Daggone it. Oh, I'll never remember. Does anybody else have time remembering stuff lately?
I don't know. What'd you say?
Is anybody else having a hard time remembering things?
I forgot what it was you said.
Oh, okay. Ha ha ha.
Welcome to my world, Echo.
Track down our guest here.
All right, you tracked down our guest. Jared, what'd you say?
You guys
I
fight.
said, welcome to my world. I can't remember what I did yesterday. My dear sweet sister Morgana helped me understand that I live in just two different kind of worlds, and I don't know where I'm at one moment to the next, and I just forget. I really will forget exactly what I did or what I wore the day before.
Okay, I'm glad to hear this.
I thought everybody did that.
No.
Some people talk and live their lives like they remember what day it is, like they know what they did before the day before. They remember dates. They remember people's names. It's like, oh boy, this is scary. Yeah. And you know, I wonder too, is it because we do live in two different worlds? You know, we live on this plane and we're open to the other side. So is that why, you know?
I think that is why.
Yeah.
Okay. It jerks us out, you know. I could just be totally out of it like that. I mean, I'm half zoned out now. That's why I'm having a hard time figuring out. I had the number for our guest, and I have it on a piece of paper somewhere.
Ah, okay. So
I will fire my secretary, me, again.
Yeah.
I fire myself quite often.
Okay. So you wanted Dara and I to fight with each other while you're looking for the... Is that what you said?
We need to find something to fight about, Echo.
Yeah, she wants us to fight so we can have
That's controversy.
Okay, what's the word? Drama and excitement and
So, why are you wearing white right now?
me,
Uh-huh.
because I'm cold.
Okay. Did you know that a lot of people will wear white to bring spirit in?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
When you go see John of God, you have to wear white all the time. Is our wonderful Kevin going to be our guest?
Well, that would be really cool, wouldn't it?
We could ask
I
him.
want to go see John of God. Maybe we
Well,
should
it
take
looks
a
like
picture
I'm
for the
stepping
soul
in,
trip.
girls.
Hey, I think that's wonderful. We're going to interview Kevin and ask him all sorts of embarrassing questions.
Okay, let's do that. All right. First of all, let's introduce Charlie to the audience. Tell them why we call him Charlie.
And I didn't shave today. Oh my God.
Oh, that's we like we hit rough.
I look so scruffy.
You're still a handsome devil. I know it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm scruffy today.
Part, huh?
Up today.
We call him Charlie because we're the three angels. So we started calling him Charlie.
That's right.
He gives
He's
us
our Charlie.
Call me
Because
Charlie.
we are Charlie's angels.
That's right.
That's right, we are. So, Charlie, you want to tell the folks about your book?
Which one? The one I'm working on or the one I've already done?
the one we have already finished.
All right. Wide Open is a book about my life, about what I've done, things that I've accomplished, things I'm going to accomplish, how I got my gift, and oh, what a nice pooch. And just a little bit about my life and what's been happening and what I do. I think everybody knows me as a psychic medium. They don't know that I produce and direct. They also don't know that I represent people and get them in positions on TV series and all kinds of goodies. And well, since we're here, Echo, I think I'm going to give a little blurb of a little something that's going on right now with Echo, myself, and Steve Galante, which is a ghost hunter. And we're being looked at right now for a show. I can't say the channel, but we are being looked at, the three of us, for a channel on mainstream TV. As a matter of fact, it's in play right now, and we're working on it and actually waiting for some answers to come through. They've done some video work with us, and they're putting that together. So probably maybe tomorrow or the maybe the middle of next week, we'll be hearing where we're going with this. So you might be seeing Echo, myself, as the mediums on the show, and Steve Galante and his team as the ghost hunters on the show. And I know all you guys have put out there, you've seen that I put out there the Going Home Sizzler, and that's what it's going to be based on. So it's going to be based on sending spirit home.
Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. There's such a need for that. In fact, today, 2 of my clients, I was teaching them how to do it with somebody.
Okay, good. No, yeah, like I always say with my frustration with the shows that are on right now is they just show the electronic stuff. Don't bring in the human part of the whole story. They don't send those home, and that's why.
Yeah, they don't finish. They go in, a lot of these shows, and I won't mention who they are, everybody knows the shows out there, what's been on, what's, just been canceled and everything, but they do go out there and they terrorize spirit to get some kind of video or some kind of audio. And like Echo and I and Steve have had conversations about this. Would you walk into your mother's house, scream at her and say, "Talk to me now!" to get a raise out of her? Because that's what they're doing. They're going into speaking to spirit. All they are humans without bodies. And, we need to respect them. And I'm not judging these people. TV is TV, and they're going to do whatever they want to make the show the way they think it should bring the ratings up. But obviously, it worked for a while. But I think people are starting to get savvy to the point that they understand that you have to treat them as if you would treat your mom, your brother, your sister, or anybody else, that's alive.
I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the premise on the show. And we're hoping to get, guest psychics on the show each time we go to a different state, or country. But we're hoping this does go worldwide. I mean, we have high desire for it, and again, we can only give our input to it. But there'll be places like Florida and South and North Carolina that we'll have to find places, and I guess we'll just have to find some great psychic in those states that can come in and help us out.
Yes.
Well, congratulations, guys. I'm keeping my feet crossed for you.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it's going, though. I'm sorry. Maybe your guest ran into a little retrograde tonight, and that's why she hasn't called in. But maybe she'll give you a buzz after the show. But
Yeah, we'll see about rescheduling her. Kevin, can you tell in a nutshell a little bit about how you got your gifts? Because yours was a little unusual case.
yeah, mine was definitely unusual. What am I getting here? I'm getting a very loud sound of sounds like an air conditioner.
Tom,
The echo of the
I
show.
have
There it goes. It's gone. It's gone. It's going. Sounds like a window open, but it's not on this side. But let me just lower down the. I'm watching the show on a different channel because I don't think you guys realize it, but it's also on Google TV. So we're getting watched on YouTube and we're getting watched on Google TV. So YouTube and Google, are the same people. So I've actually thrown the switch and we're back on Google TV, and which is great. Our viewership is definitely going up. Okay, how did I get my gift?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. I was talking about this the other day, as a matter of fact, to one of the producers from the History Channel, and she asked me the same question. And pre-gift, before gift, I didn't believe in any of this stuff. I was the biggest doubting Thomas that you can say. I'd watch a psychic and I'd watch this and that. Yeah, right, okay, it's all set up. Yeah, sure, they have a gift. So I was the biggest, doubting Thomas of all. I didn't believe any of it. And I personally, I don't think I had time. I was working so hard in every different direction trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life. So I was working for a very large wireless company as a district manager, and no gift. As far as I knew, no gift. I was flying by the seat of my pants just like everyone else in the world, with no premonition, nothing. So went to work. I was a workaholic. I mean, freshly divorced, had to pay that child support and wanted to, live in a nice place and take care of my kids. So I worked my tush off. I didn't have to be at work till 10. I ran a lot of wireless stores across New Jersey, and they were all in malls. So you don't have to be in the mall till 10 o'clock. It's not opening its doors till 10 o'clock. So, but being a workaholic, I'd go in at 7 a.m. and open up a store and do all my work from that one store. This particular store was in Toms River, New Jersey. So I went in, opened the store, went up, locked in my laptop, and decided, maybe I'll make a pot of coffee. So I walked down this flight of stairs from the second level, and the stairs decided to collapse with me on them. So I went down very, very hard. I hit a concrete wall and then a concrete floor, shattered all my teeth. These are all caps. I looked like the Elephant Man. My head was this big. I laid there unconscious for 2.5 hours before the store opened and the manager of that store would come in. I was out, totally out. So the manager comes in, dials 911. The next thing, I'm being woken up with an intravenous in my arm that, throwing fluids at me. I reached up and found that my teeth were just shattered. And I'm like, oh my God. And as I went up like this, I saw that this eye, the right eye, had no vision. So I lost the vision in the right eye from the hit. So, long story short, a little late, but long story short, I had a brain injury, an internal brain injury. And when I tell you how bad it was, my memory, I would take a shower, I'd wash my hair, I'd end up washing it 26 times because I forgot I washed my hair. I had the cleanest hair in town.
Wow.
Cases of shampoo. I mean, I went through shampoo like I couldn't even tell you, but it was like that with everything though. No matter what I did, I didn't remember I did it. Brush my teeth, I'd have the whitest teeth in town. I brushed my teeth 25 times because I forgot. So I had to get occupational therapy. Now, during that hit, it was so bad, the internal brain injury was so bad, I lost close to 100 points on my IQ. I didn't know how to spell, I didn't know how to read, I didn't know how to drive a car. I mean, I had to relearn, in 3 years, I had to relearn everything. Wow. I was a blithering idiot, and I thought this is the way I was going to be for the rest of my life.
Wow.
I'd be sitting in a wheelchair dribbling out of the side of my mouth. Well, I had really, really good doctors, and the brain doctor kept saying, don't worry, the brain has a way of rewiring itself. Because the brain is a filing cabinet. That's exactly what it is, like a hard drive. And this part of it right here on this frontal lobe was damaged, the wiring was damaged to it. So it had to rewire itself. I had to find another way to access that filing cabinet. So a lot of things I couldn't remember.
Right,
which was
miraculous.
really.
Can't hear you, Charlie.
How about now?
You did something to the sound.
How about now?
Yeah.
That's better.
Oh,
So
yeah,
so
that's it.
I had to wait for my brain to rewire, and it took about 3 years. And the doctor kept saying, "Hey, dude, don't worry. It's all going to come back. The light bulb's going to come on." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure." So I went to my occupational therapist, and thank God my therapist was spiritual because they would have locked me up. What started happening? One day I'm in this little apartment, of course, a single guy now, and paying so much child support that I couldn't get a big place, and now I'm disabled. So now I'm depending on my disability. I'm depending on other people to drive me around, and it was horrendous. But I'm in my kitchen one day, and I think I was cooking soup, and all of a sudden the light bulb went on, and everything came rushing, and it was like getting hit with a hose, like from a Johnny pump. It was just like, woof. And when it turned on, it was amazing. When it turned on, it had this little extra kick to it. And I remember standing there and hearing all kinds of voices. And I'm saying, "Oh no, Thorazine, straitjacket, it's all over for me. I'm done. They're putting me away." And I called my therapist right away and says, "Are they telling you to do anything?" I says, "No, they're just people talking." And I says, "But they're not in my house." She says, "Okay, if they tell you to do something, that's when you call me." I said, "Okay." I'm like Son of Sam, the dog talks to him. Yeah, I'm like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do now?"
Yeah.
So a week went by, it went away. I'm sitting and watching TV. I only had my one dog, Tara, and I'm on the couch watching TV. And all of a sudden, I hear, "Hi, my name is Philip." Of course, I look at my dog. I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna be rich. I got a talking dog." But no,
No, like,
it wasn't the dog.
that's hilarious.
It definitely wasn't the dog. And I'm looking around the apartment, and I'm saying to myself, "Oh my God, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. This is it for me. They're gonna lock me up." Call the therapist. She says, "What did it say?" It said, "The guy introduced himself as Philip, or short Phil." He says, "Well, did you say anything to him?" I said, "Well, who am I talking to? What am I going to say to this guy? I don't even know who he is."
Yeah.
So, next time he says hello and introduces himself, talk to him. Oh, okay. Well, a week goes by. Guy turns around and says, "This is Phil again. Are you ready?" And I'm like, "For what?"
Yeah.
He says, "You're now coming into," he called it a brotherhood. And he says, "This is something that you're not going to understand right now, but in the coming months, you will understand everything." Well, I says, "Okay, sounds good to
This
me."
is like the coolest story ever.
Yeah. So, needless to say, another week goes by. I fall asleep on the couch with the dog, and I was kind of brought into the brotherhood, and it was amazing. And from that point on, it was just a learning experience at that point on. Sylvia Brown was a very good friend. She did a lot of guiding for me, a lot of pointing in different directions for me, and I spoke to a lot of different mediums and a lot of failure. I had a lot of failure. I mean, that's the only way I was able to learn. I mean, I did a lot of readings that maybe 1% was good, you know. They were a female. That was about the only thing I got right.
Yeah.
But, it was a learning experience, and I think every medium goes through it. And you really have to start working your guide and understanding the sign language. It's just like learning Italian or French or any other language. Once you learn the language, between you and your guide, it's so much easier because the signs they're showing you, the videos they're showing you, everything they're giving you, you have to learn. You have to make that agreement with them. So it took a little time, but it got me to a point where I was started to read for friends and family, which, you get that look like, "Oh, how did you know that?" So and then from there it just blossomed, and it over 10 years it's been fantastic. It's been wonderful. And now I've kind of pointed it towards the entertainment industry and getting people in positions. And I decided about 5 years ago not to go in front of the camera anymore. I know you guys all know I was on HBO Oz, I was on My Ghost Story, I was on a few different Lifetime things, and I decided to stay behind the camera from now on. Then somebody approached me recently and asked me to get in front of the camera again. And I kind of soul searched for it. And I says, "All right, let's give it a try." So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But that's kind of where we're going right now. We're in that direction. And it will be a reality series. and it's going to take some time, I'm sure, to film and get it together. But it's something that I think is really needed, and that's why I went after that area. I mean, we don't need another ghost hunting show. It's worn out. You can only record and video so many things. It's a proven fact, right, Echo? Now it's a proven fact. We know they exist. It's and this is what the producer came to me with. Producer turns around and says, "Do you know that 76% of the world believe in spirits?" I'm like, "Yeah." So if we can get 76% of the world to watch the show, we're way ahead. But
Well, and I think with you, because I see your heart, it's not so much that you want to do it, it's the reason behind it, because you're going to show so many people how they can help others
right,
get to the light.
right,
Because
right,
there's only so many, I mean, the four of us can only send so many people to heaven.
right.
We have so much time, but as people learn from us by either watching or teaching, then there's more that can be
It's definitely going to be 50% educational. I think Echo and I and Steve has decided that that's the direction we really want to go. We don't want it to just be another horror flick. We don't want it to be just another ghost hunting show or another medium show. That we've proven we've already we've made our bones. People know us. They know what we do. We know how we do it. Steve Galante is a fantastic videographer. He has done some really, really great hunts, so I'm glad we brought him and his team in. But I think it's at a point now where everybody understands spirit does exist. We do go somewhere after our physical body dies. And I think it's time now there's going to be people out there, spirit, and I call them people, of course, because to me they are. Spirit are people. I mean, they're you dead or alive, you're just kind of renting this body. That's what you're doing right now until you move on to the next plane. But I think being the education value that's going to come out of this to let people understand, don't be afraid of dying. I think that's a really big thing. People are petrified of dying, and there's really no reason for it. There really isn't.
No.
Well, the fear is what causes them to be trapped between the worlds.
Correct. I mean, we're seeing. I mean, we kind of see that suicides, big time, do not want to move on. Killers, child molesters, they don't want to be judged. And that's why they're afraid to move on. That's why they're stuck. They figure if they stick around, and then you have the regular person who doesn't believe in any kind of religion or any kind of power than themselves. So they're like, I'm not going anywhere because there's nowhere to go. So they kind of get stuck. So it goes in so many different ways. People get stuck, and they get hung up. But Morgana, what is your belief? I mean, on where we go. What is your belief?
Well, that depends on whether they get stuck between the worlds. Because I believe there's I call it the gray world. And then those are the ones that we're helping to get to what we want to call heaven, but it is just another dimension. And there are different layers of it.
Right.
And those are the layers that our guides will access, and that each person, when they go over, will move to a higher level.
Right.
My dad went in, and because of his grandma and grandpa, grandmother and great-grandmother, they pulled him up high really fast. So then he was able to vibrate at such a high level that he was able to come back and go back and forth more easily. Yeah. So I believe it's just a different dimension. It's a different reality that is connected with. But see, there's so many realities.
Right. Jara, what about you?
I believe, just like Morgana, that there's so many different dimensions, and I believe that we go where we belong. And it was a book that I read called The Afterlife of Billy Fingers, and it touched what I believe. I was like, did this guy know me when he was alive? But of course he didn't. But it's just the same. He had the same beliefs, and I know he was saying that when he went where he was supposed to be, he had this guide that took him, and that was his. It was like his personal guide that took him to his dimension where he was supposed to be. But he didn't go where everybody else went. So I believe we all go, and this body, like you said, is only linked to us. It's just our vehicle for us while we're here. But we go in another dimension, and I believe, like Morgana says, there's a great world too.
Hey, Echo, what do you believe about reincarnation?
Oh my God. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. It's the only thing that makes sense. And You know, the thing that I like about reincarnation is it takes all the anger towards God away and brings it back to us of, okay, why do we go through the things that we go through? And I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense to me is reincarnation.
Right.
Other than if I didn't believe in it, oh my God, I don't know. I can't even imagine what life would be like if I didn't believe in reincarnation.
Do you believe that we can reincarnate into another human or animal?
You know, that's
Isn't that an interesting question?
I do. I've
That's
seen
a
them.
question.
I've talked to animals that have been people before. It's very clear.
You know, I never used to believe that an animal could live in a human body, an animal soul, or that a human could live in an animal body, but I don't ever think that. I think that because we're here to learn compassion, one of the things. I think that it could be really interesting to live in a cat's body or a dog's body or a bear's body, just to have that understanding of what they go through, what it's like for them. And
Absolutely.
they don't live long lives; they have little lives. And but now I can see that soul. Yeah, I can easily see that souls can live in animals. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it too. I definitely believe. What about you, Dar?
Yeah, I think that that maybe we do get to experience inside, living as an animal or animal can be a person. I think that it's those people, those people who are really big, huge animal activists and lovers. I think that they are the ones who have incarnated as humans and were once animals. I was thinking about that about 4 weeks ago.
Hmm.
So
What do you think?
interesting you asked the question.
So, what do you think? The ultimate cat lady, the one that has the 42 cats, is coming
Yeah,
back as a cat, hey?
yeah.
What about you, Morgana?
Speak the language.
I just resonate so much with animals.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I really don't remember because I haven't looked to see a past life if I've tried it as an animal. More than likely I have. But I've always been in close communication because I remember a lot of my past lives. That's why I believe in them. And I wouldn't have believed in them if it hadn't slammed me upside the face. And it was so intense. I was hysterical after meeting this guy that was my dad in a past life.
Wow.
And then we both remembered everything. And it was a very intense experience. Remembering your past lives isn't always an easy or fun thing to do, but it can be very healing when it's done in the right way.
Right.
And
Yep.
I that's what we got to do with our past lives. And so with the ones that now I'll probably, I'm going to have to go on a journey and remember. I'm sure I was a cat. My dad always called me Pussycat.
Aw.
So.
But think of the animals that we've met. I mean, I swear, I've met some dogs that it's just like a human is looking right at you.
Absolutely.
And
I had a
Absolutely.
dog one time look at me, and then I just swear what he said was, "Oh my gosh, what did I do?" Yeah, pick the dog body this time.
That's amazing. It's
Yeah.
funny. All right, girls, I'm gonna let you go to your readings, and it looks like we have a full room over here. So I'm just gonna scoot out of here. It's about that time. I'm gonna scoot out of here. It was a pleasure being on your show, by the way. And I'm just gonna kill my video and go silent. And you girls, I will change your screen and get you going with a phone number.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Charlie.
Welcome.
Dara, are you still here, honey? I think we might have lost Dara for a minute.
Oh,
Did Charlie do something wrong? He's in trouble. We're sending him in the corner. He
Charlie.
doesn't get a doggy biscuit today.
Uh-oh. Even her picture is gone.
Yeah, she's got to call back in.
Oh, okay.
So,
All
looks
right.
like maybe her cell phone might have died.
So we're ready to take
You know
calls.
what?
She was going to tell about doing your readings. If you have called in recently, please give some other people a chance. If you can give your name and perhaps your age. You like that, right, Echo? And ask a question. A specific question makes it easier for us to tap in quickly and give you an answer. And just one question, please, so we can get a hold of everybody.
And your number is scrolling above right now.
And the number is scrolling above that. So, because I have no idea what that number is. Because it's Mercury retrograde.
I know. Plus
Yeah.
you just
Next week it'll be because I'm blonde.
That's right.
I always have
Always a reason. Always a reason.
That's right.
So do we have any callers out there?
I'm still waiting to see. I think they're just the number just popped on their screen, so give it a second here.
Okay. So I was going to say something, and then my Mercury retrograde made me forget it. Oh, that little dog I was holding. We're babysitting a friend's dog, and she didn't like me very much last time because she's real shy. And so I gave her little treats tonight. And
oh, good.
The thunder was getting her, so she came over next to my legs.
Do we have any callers out there?
I'm still waiting to see. I think they're just the number just popped on their screen, so give it a second here.
Okay. So I was going to say something, and then my Mercury retrograde made me forget it. Oh, that little dog I was holding. We're babysitting a friend's dog, and she didn't like me very much last time because she's real shy. And so I gave her a little treat.
Standby caller.
Hi, yes.
Hi, just stand by 1 second to make sure your computer is lowered, okay?
Thank you.
I'm back.
Hi.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you have a caller right now.
All right.
Okay.
So what's your name, caller?
My name is Dore.
Dore.
Yeah. Which
how
is
old are you?
golden, and I'm blonde too.
Okay, good. So what's your question, Dore?
Oh, I am at a crossroads in my life. I am dealing with major caregiving responsibilities with an aunt that's 89, retired captain from the Navy Nurses Corps. And she's here in Florida after I had to have her moved from Washington State after she was robbed there to here. And I have been having such incredible caregiving experiences where she's been taken advantage of, and I'm trying to help, and I'm spread all over the place trying to talk to the VA, VITAS, hospice, and handle everything. And I'm on overload, and I live with someone else who has dementia and who gives me a really rough time. And I'm trying to stay afloat. Where can I get help at this point?
Well, one thing I can tell you right away, honey, is get on my website, morganastar.com, and under free, please, please, please download that video. It is a 2-minute video that tells you how to protect your energy field.
Yeah.
And use that pyramid of protection. It is big. Put it around you, put it around wherever you are, put it around the people that you love, because it helps shift their energy also. The other thing is call in the energy of Archangel Anel. I've seen people do as simple as draw this.
Anel?
Anel, A-N-A-E-L. You can read about her a little bit on my website, but just put her symbol on your chest. You can draw it. It's an 8-pointed star with wings around it. Push it in. It's going to give you some peace. If you're on Facebook, please make sure you friend me and send me a private message. I'll add you to our Angel Light group. There's just, you've got to call in some help so you do some self-care. Because, honey, you sound exhausted.
I am. I really am. And I have been working very hard.
Yeah.
And I am. I pray to the angels and talk to the angels and the saints and Let me tell you, I've been in the spiritual movement for ages, eons, probably
I
lifetimes.
want you to call Annelle in. She's
Okay.
a different sort of angel.
Okay.
And she is a powerhouse.
Okay.
And she will help you set boundaries. She's like a mother tigress protecting her young.
I need that. Okay.
And that's going to start shifting your energy.
Okay.
I have seen her symbol change the molecular structure even of food.
Okay.
It's powerful.
Okay.
So those are the things I can tell you to do to help. And they're also saying that physically you're not drinking enough water.
True. This is true.
You really
Absolutely.
got to
Because
really
every time I drink, I have to pee, and I'm running.
I know.
I'm going through 14 years of menopause, and my bladder is just like, as soon as I drink something, it just goes.
Yeah.
It could be a great commercial.
Start using that symbol on yourself. It's very healing.
I appreciate that. Got to throw a little humor into this.
Honey, really, all that I got was I saw a picture of her sitting on her bed and just asking the universe to kind of do an intervention for her, really taking her by the hand and guiding her to the right people to call. But I also got very clear that the people that she is helping right now, this is a very karmic relationship from previous lives, and that there's, you know what I have to say is that there's just no getting around this, and that's why you have to find a way to take care of yourself and take care of them. It's like you have to look at this as one of the really important lessons that your soul needs to go through in this lifetime, and look at it as everything that goes on with these people. What are you learning from it? And how is it impacting you in a positive way? I mean,
Yes.
and because they're also showing me a picture of a package, like a present with a big bow, and that when you cross over to the other side and you are doing your life review, you're going to look at these people and you're going to go, wow, was that ever a gift? I didn't look at it that way. And they're saying that that is, it's going to shift the whole way that you look at it. And then I get an image of somebody coming in from the right that, and it could be the angel that's Morgana's talking about, but somebody comes in from the right, very spiritual, that gives you a tremendous amount of guidance. And okay, but she says, don't lose sight that this is a gift that you've been given from the universe. And so learn everything you possibly can from it. And I'm telling you, your soul is going to be so happy that you went through this. And you're going to also be very proud of yourself for everything that you've become because of this experience. Okay? And that's what I get.
Check out on my YouTube channel too, honey. I've got a lot of different YouTubes, and I talk about it now. There's not a lot out there about her because she is the energy of the feminine divine coming back into balance in the world. And so you can get some information there. Okay. All right. Thanks for calling in, hon.
Thank you.
Love and light to all of you, and thank you for being light workers in the world. We need you and love you and bless you.
Bless you too.
Wow. It's already 8:15 in my time zone. What's it in your time zone?
9:15.
9:15. Okay, so we have 15. Okay.
I'm back.
Okay. Hold on. Wow, everybody is. Wow. Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Yes. Hi. What's your name?
My name is Shauna Imer.
Shauna?
Yes.
And how old are you, Shauna?
I'm 48 years old.
And how can we help you? What's your question?
I have been going through some major changes, and the Mercury retrograde definitely hits home with me. And I've been in a really serious relationship that is disintegrating, and my world is shaking right now. I'm very in tune to my people and my surroundings and my life, and I've been given many wonderful messages and lots of guidance. But at this point, I have so much fear, and I need to clear the fear. And I feel like you were a gift given to me to open another door to maybe just kind of help soothe this path.
With Shauna, what I got immediately with you, it was like I was being physically pushed back. They were saying, I was asking for them to explain what that meant. And they said they're trying to push you back out of a situation. You're supposed to back out of it. And it's one of these things that you will back out of it with grace, and so that you can move forward in a little different direction. This is supposed to be a good time, and you know, it doesn't matter if those things are going to be challenging no matter what, but you will come out on the other side all right. One thing, I was in Mary Kay Cosmetics years ago, and one thing that they said was feel the fear and do it anyway. And fear can make you very, very strong. The most powerful warriors have fear before a big battle. So don't be afraid of fear. Embrace it and know that you can be stronger than that very fear. Because you have some really good things. It's coming in about 4 to 6 months is when all this is going to be unveiled, and it's going to be beautiful, honey. But you may have a little challenge before. Sometimes if we've got this beautiful shiny thing in front of us, it's easier to go ahead and move forward. So I know Echo's thinking, what you got here, girl?
Shauna, what I'm getting, honey, okay, first of all, my hands heated up, and then I started to just send healing to your heart. And also what I'm getting is your throat is holding in a lot of tears, and this whole experience is making you feel like you're about 4 years old and there's no one around to take care of you. And so that's what's got you just kind of almost like paralyzed right now with fear. And so instead of you trying to figure all of this out, what I want you to do is I'm gonna continue to send healing to you throughout the night, okay? And the healing is just gonna go in to bring healing into the throat area and into the heart area, because your heart looks really wounded and like it's been beat up. It looks like somebody took a hammer and beat your emotional heart up. So we're gonna send healing to your heart, into your throat area, and also what I'm hearing is just cry and write it all out. And you don't have to figure this out right now. You know, okay, again, and the reason I have to say that is because, again, you look like you feel about 4 years old right now. And as a 4-year-old, you can't figure anything out. And so just let yourself cry, let yourself receive the healing. If you can today or tonight when you lay down to go to sleep, just visualize hands, healing hands on your heart and on your throat area. And just let the universe send healing into you. And you know, really, what I want to say to you is don't worry about tomorrow. Let's just get this healing going tonight. Let's get you feeling more comforted. Let's get you feeling less like a little girl. And it feels like when you wake up in the morning, you're going to feel more like your adult self, and you're not going to feel so overwhelmed by everything that's going on right now. And so get out of the future, just stay in today. This is all we're going to deal with tonight, okay? What do you think?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Honey, would you do something for me, Shauna, here? Will you just press in, because as Echo was saying, you have, your heart is hurt. press in and see how much tenderness you feel on your heart chakra, and that'll be on your sternum up and down about 3 inches. Do you feel a little bit of pain there, Shauna?
Oh, yeah.
Can you give me a number from 1 to 10? 10's unbearable, 1's not there. Is it like 11?
Yeah.
All right, what I want you to do right now, I want you to take both your hands like this. This will start opening you up for the healing that Echo's going to send, all right? I want you just to do a breath as your hands are here and visualize your arms are fire hose, your breath is water. All the energy is going to come through the top of your head. The angels have just put you in a pyramid of light. It's going to flood unconditional love through every part of your mind, body, and soul into your hands and through your heart. And now we're going to make a circle on your heart and 8 points for a star. And then bring your hands like this, like wings, and put your hands here again. Do a deep breath and breathe out. Let all that divinity go right into your heart and flood through your body. Does it feel a little more peaceful for you, honey?
It feels better.
All right, press in there and see if your number's a little less.
A lot less.
Yeah. This stuff is amazing. You keep doing that. Download that on my website. That's something that you can do on your own. It'll only enhance the healing that Echo's going to be sending to you. And talk to her now. She's been through stuff. Other angels, embodied angels, have been through it, shared that information. She knows how to kick butt and take names. And she'll get that fear right out of there for you, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Many blessings to you, hon. Thanks for calling.
Good night, Shauna.
Yep. I'm so glad I found you. Thank you.
I'm glad you did too. Bye.
Good night, honey.
Yeah, this Mercury is bringing up a lot of things like this for people to heal from. And that doesn't mean it's easy stuff.
I know.
So, congrats to the people that are taking it and doing something with it. Because you know what? I'm being told that it's not going to be coming up again. We're peeling some of these deep, deep wounds out of our body and sending healing into it. And the people that are taking this time and doing that are just going to fly so fast.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
and I really, really encourage, I had one of my clients, I had done this with. Thank you. You're welcome. Many blessings to you. Thanks for calling.
Hello?
Stand by, caller. Make sure you lower your computer, okay?
Okay.
Oh.
You have a caller, Echo.
And I'm back.
Oh, there.
Mercury retrograde, jumping around. Okay, so we have a caller. What's your name?
My name is Yadi.
Yadi. What's your question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I've been going through a lot for the past, it's been about a year now. It's been a lot of ups and downs, and I mean, I've been told that I have something holding me back, and I just want to know, I mean, what do you think? I mean, it's kind of getting scary now. I mean, nothing's getting better. Everything seems to get just worse.
Honey, the first thing that's coming to me is that there's something going on in your life that shouldn't be going on in your life. And I get the word resistance, that you're resisting some kind of change that's been going on for a while, and it feels like all of this stuff is trying to get you to, it could be either get out of a bad relationship or a bad something's not good for you in your life, but you're holding on to it is what it looks like. And it feels like life is just going to keep closing in on you until you say, okay, I'm going to, okay, I'm willing to do it differently. That's what I'm seeing.
Does that make sense to you, hon?
It sure does.
So if you can identify that thing you need to let go of, I do get that it's even causing problems. Are you having problems with breathing?
Yes.
Like asthma or allergies?
Uh,
This is also, some of this is a reoccurring theme from a past life. We come into these lives and we'll repeat until we learn a lesson. I go over this a lot in my blueprint readings with people, but when you can just start saying, all right, this is what I did in a past life, this is what happened then, that's how I eventually died. I'm not going to do that this lifetime. This lifetime is going to be different. Start doing that right when you go to sleep. And your subconscious mind will start working to trick your conscious mind to say, okay, I got the power to let go of some of these things. All right, does that help you a bit, hon?
yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you let us know if we can help anymore. Echo's website is echobodine.com, I believe, and mine is morganastar.com. Check out my freebies, and I do have a angel booklet if you sign up for my newsletter with 3 simple ways to connect with your angel. And I think you must be local too, to me.
Yes, ma'am. I sure am.
Cool.
One of my coworkers actually told me to watch the show tonight.
Oh,
Good. Good.
all right. Well, thanks, hon. Thanks for calling in.
Have a great night. Thanks.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yachty, what a cute name.
I know.
I know.
She's got a very sweet spirit, and I see a lot of people that have that sweet, gentle spirit because they're so nice. They attract these energies, and this is why that pyramid of protection is so important, because it cloaks you. I've never seen any other protection like that, because as light workers we shine bright and we're going out there. Well, that attracts darkness. We try to do the right thing, it attracts darkness. But Enel will cloak you, and you slide right under the radar, and it's absolutely incredible. People's lives are changing using that.
You know, my experience though has been that after a while, the darkness just is like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to bother that person, because I worry that people are going to think, oh my God, if I get into the light, then I'm going to be bothered. And like my teacher taught me, you'll be bothered in the beginning because they're going to want to know where you're going to put what you're going to commit your energy to. And then after that, when they see that, no, you're committed to the light, then they're not going to bother you anymore. At least that's been my experience. I don't even think about it.
Yeah, well, you're kind of in a different category though, because most people, the more they try to do the right thing until they learn how to find that balance, there's just that duality with the light and the dark.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, that's something we could maybe have a show on.
That would be
I
interesting.
believe in the middle ground.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Sweetie Pie, who do we have coming up in 2 weeks?
We have where did I write down her name? Deborah Jacobs. Speaking of the middle ground, she could be an interesting guest. She works with Archangel Michael, but she also works with dragon energy.
Oh my.
So she kind of understands that duality, and she'll be a very fascinating guest. She has a book out and stuff. I believe she does. So really nice gal. So we will have her in 2 weeks, same time, same channel. Please join me and
July 10th. July 10th.
Yeah. But next week, July 3rd, Dana and I have our show on Google TV, and we have a blast talking about spiritual things, past life experiences, ghost hunting experiences. She works with Azrael, the angel of death, and I work with Enel, and they're buddies, and you just never know what's going to happen on that show.
Fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun and have people check in with us. So
Same time as this show?
Same time as the show, but we're only an hour from 8 to 9. Check us on Facebook. Echo has a new Facebook page. Check Dara on Facebook. Dara's website is darakirkland.net.
Yeah.
So check with her. She does great numerology reports. Great time to get that done. As well as, of course, she's a wonderful psychic medium. So,
wonderful. Wonderful.
We're here to help when we can, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening tonight.